second in command. That just leaves...
That wasn't the Outriders' fault.
No, it was yours. They've also got one of our pods in there, Altered. Bring its contents to me.
Get it on the way right now. I'm playing some copyright-free music off my Spotify playlist. Let me turn this down real quick. Just a little bit more. Okay. I'm running my Eruption-Ash-Overheat build. Cut through that right quick.
Any ideas why?
They're insurgents, so reasons range from small punches to extreme...
Making good time.
I just need that facility cleared.
I think they're up to something, Outrider.
Could be doing better though. I'm trying to get through this as quick as possible. What I did with the build that I upgraded is pretty much what I did. Where every piece I'm using has value. Every mod. And I have a couple pieces on here that has anomaly on here. Anomaly boost. They're not stuck on based on firearms. Give me a second. I'll tell you what I mean in a little bit.
You've come to the wrong place! Some clown just locked me in with a bunch of local wildlife. Lots of bodies in here too.
You think those bodies are food for those creatures?
At the end of this, I'm going to show you the build and explain to you what I mean. This is a very good build. I like this better than my former one that I had for Eruption with my phaser. This one does damage that almost better than my ass build with Eruption. I was trying to get the door open before 4 minutes, 45 seconds.
Smells like a sewer. Is there a way across?
Come on. Round the corner. A little trick I learned.
Yeah.
But it works better with heat seeker.
I don't see how.
You can actually hit them from right here in this corner.
Clear the damn radio.
Yeah, I knew y'all tried that. That's why I saved it for you. Get the heck up out of here. Right at 6 minutes. I'm still 20 seconds behind time. But this is a fun deal. I like to have the option of using Eruption 3 times. Instead of it just being 2. I could have put something on here like molten cover. Where the damage increases over time for Eruption.
Creatures around for.
Oh, that was some lag. That's just why my speedrun times are off, because I'm playing on Wi-Fi. Playing on Wi-Fi at home. The wife would be mad at me if I hook it up in the same room with her. So I'm gonna have to give me a cable to run it from the modem to the other room. That's cool. Y'all see I ain't getting no damage on this. Now y'all saw that, right? I hope y'all saw that. There we go again with that bull crap. So this ain't just me. Seeing this in his live. Wow. You can't make this stuff up even if you wanted to. And when y'all see how my build is, you're gonna be like, what the hell? But this is a really good build. I should have got through this a whole lot quicker.
Testing on the creatures. I'm sure you didn't know anything.
I got a lot of good pieces on here. I'm gonna show you right quick.
Did you bring it all back? Oh, and offer remains on the table. I need a new second in command.
I'll pass. And I think I'll hold on to my spoils as well.
What? This was my mission, my intel. You can't just get...
Guy's been playing the brass
Outrider detected.
for long enough.
Access
I'm gonna be on
granted.
your team, Outrider.
Okay, about deal. Let's show y'all the deal right quick. I like running with Sunfall because of Firestorm on it. I can put a depth on here, so it's not gonna matter as long as I could get Firestorm. They had an option to put death on here. Anything else is a bonus on here, and I got a real good bonus. I got Omen on here, so I got 2 statuses that I can use, which is Bleed and Burn. With Firestorm, summon a Omen Firestorm that deals almost 9 million damage and inflicts burns to enemies in its radius over 8 seconds. Radius of the Firestorm increases with each successful shot on the afflicted target. Cooldown 10 seconds. I got death on here. This is purely for the anomaly because I have very little skill cooldown, so it's like one skill that's on cooldown pretty much mostly all the time and not 2. And this works great. So I get that bonus of the over 450,000 anomaly power. I have Omen on here where shots launch a cover-piercing anomaly projectile that inflicts bleed, deals almost 3 mil damage, and applies a status that increases damage received by 10% for 3 seconds. Cooldown is 4 seconds. This is something I just recently put together. I want to change it. It's piece right here. I'm going to show y'all what I want to change it to. This isn't it, but I'm going to put death on here in place of this, and I may swap one of these mods. Well, I'm gonna swap one mod out for something else, but I'm gonna put death on the Damascus on the left. So pretty much I'm trying to upgrade this right now. I'm gonna need like about 700,000 resources and maybe about 300,000-400,000 titanium. I figure about 400,000, I'd be pretty much okay because I also want to upgrade another piece. So, yeah, here's my borderings right here. This I use in like the trials of the final bosses. This you want to have if plan to find a boss you keep on having trouble with it. Get something like a pistol with infinite rounds where you put your mate on it, and like preferably like what I have on here, Violent Eruption. I got Violent Eruption on here because of the damage it deals out. It hits them with fire, and pretty much a lot of my builds they're going to have this on here. They're going to have Master Consumer where skill consumes either burn or ash status to deal damage. Consuming both at once increases damage by 150%. So even with me having also Ash Champion on here where Phaser Beam inflicts ash on enemies instead of burn, each enemy hit boosts my anomaly power by 20% for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times, which is really great because I can stack this up to 100 times, make this really awesome. Really get some really awesome anomaly bonus power, and combine that with Phoenix Force and a stop. Well, as you see, I already got a stopover force, which is already going to give it to me. But Phoenix Force, combine that with that, this anomaly is just constantly stacking. I want to put an anomaly echo on here to give it that little additional boost. But right now I'm working on changing my boots to have status on here instead of it having like a skill. I want status and a cooldown on here. Even though at this point it's not going to matter because I've done experimented with a couple different changes to see if the cooldowns really matter after a while. And right now, once I got to a certain point of cooldowns in this build, then if I got it right, I think it's like two of them I'm really actually need. That's one. two. It's two that I actually need. If I put a third one on here, thinking that it's going to drop any of these skills down to a lower cooldown, it doesn't. I tried it. It didn't drop none of them. So far, see, that's the lowest for the cooldowns I'm going to get. I don't know why I keep getting out of this. I keep wanting to get back. But here's something that I did. I wanted to incorporate this into the build because at first I was running with this one. Not that one. Where are you? There you are. I was running with the one on the right. The one on the right, I was experimenting with it with heat grenade. I thought it was pretty good, but it's pretty good. I'm still going to use it. I'm going to use it for a different build. I'm going to swap out something in here, and I'm probably going to use it like maybe an ash build. So, yeah, they said that coming out pretty soon. That ash build one. I got another one right here I can use also, so I got a good mixture. But anyway, right here with debris, eruptions. If anybody's wondering, does debris do any good damage? Debris fire does a whole lot of good damage by itself. If you put this and you probably put it with an ash build, it's going to do a hell of a lot of damage. That combined with improved damage makes the eruption build a pretty good build. I've been trying to experiment with something else, one of the newer mods where my meal skill increases. It has an increased range of 50% and also deals 25% more damage. I want to see would it work with the eruption build. I haven't tried it. I mean, I tried it and tested it out with my ash build. I see it works with that. But I want to test it out with the eruption build to see if it works. Another good one to have on here. You don't actually have to have it in the same order. But these are the ones I put together. They work well for me. I do close range, mid range. Edna's a good one to have because now the skill also inflicts burn to damage enemies. So I want to get that burn on there because of me having, as you see, I got Master Kasumo on here. Now, Pencil on Fire gives me that additional damage. It pops off more than Sunburn, by the way, for those who are wondering which one to go with, which one's better. I go with Pencil on Fire. But what do I know? I got over 2,000 hours at this, and it's been working so far with me with Pencil on Fire versus Sunburn. Now, I put Sunburn with it just to get that additional damage and to get that anomaly build an extra kick just to knock off some of the enemies that's scraggling away far by or before you even get to them, because Overheat has such a big range. This is something that I would suggest have Pants on Fire on it. Set your build up with turn up the heat on there where the skill can be activated 2 more times before triggering a cooldown. But then you also want to make sure that you have Phoenix Force on here if it's an anomaly build. Like you see me running with, put on Master Kasuma. And then you want to go to put it on Sunburn. That's how I would put together the Overheat build or incorporate the Overheat build into any other skill build I'm trying to put together. But as you see, this is it right here. I'm going to go a little bit more at the end of it. The reason why, even though Phaser Beam, some don't think that it does a whole lot of damage. Set up right here, do a whole lot of damage. There it is right there. If I add on one more status to my build, it's going to send this over 30. It's going to send this actually, it sent it over 14 mil. So if I add one more status, it send it up over 14 mil. But my eruption is not going to change. That's based on the anomaly power. And the overheat, the same thing. It ain't gonna change, it's based on the anomaly power. There's some skill tree right here. Now I'm gonna go on explaining stuff about it, but if some are wondering why am I going with Inferno bullets instead of going with Extinction, because increased damage by 20% against enemies below 30% of health is, yes, it's a good one. But because I want this to be an anomaly build, and I want it also to work with my firepower in a way that my firepower is my backup. If I get caught up on my skills are all on cooldown at the same time, now I can resort to my firepower. Because as you see, my skills have such low cooldowns, I'm not going to be using my firepower as much as I'm going to be using my skills, and the skills do a whole lot of damage. So let's keep this moving. I'm going to show you the stats right quick. These are the stats. There's the status power, as you see. This is the piece I want to change on here. I want to get it to like this, because I'm going to show you what it does. That's my status right there. As you see, it's at 190. Let me get out of this. Come back. Well, not 14 mil. Oh, it will be at 14 mil if I put on it's something else or another mod. But anyway, let's get back to this. Oops, wrong one. Now, like I said, for me, I play close range, mid range. So my primary weapon is my Sunfall. My secondary weapon is my Boulderings. My Boulderings does a whole lot of damage. Yeah, as far as against the big boss, the final boss, I could stand up. I could run the trials solo. I could speed run the trials. I could speed run a whole lot of stuff. But then here with this build. Then this is the new and improved version, so things just got better with it. Because as you say, each piece, each mod is something that has its purpose in this build. And that's the way I want the build to be set up. And as you see, my debris damage, that's over 500 mil. If I add the mod debris damage with eruption, that's over 2.6 mil damage. Just with the eruption. You got the overheat, you got the phaser beam, you got the burn, you got the firestorm omen, you got the bleed, explosive barrels, submachine gun, shotgun or grenade. And that's how many times I popped off the skills. I'm surprised I didn't use Blazing Push. But before when I ran this, Eruption was almost at 2 bill. Overheat was almost at, I think, 1.3 or 1.4 bill. I think it was 1.3 bill. And I know my phaser. Actually, overheat was just barely at 1.1 billion, and phaser was just barely at 1.1 billion. So with the change I made in the build, it helped out a lot. It increased the damage. And this is one of the changes I made, was right here. I made another change where I added Unstoppable Force. I stopped using Anomaly Echo because of the simple fact it increased your anomaly power by 50% of your resistance piercing. Well, here's my resistance piercing right here. 20% of my anomaly power where if you take this, if I take this off, 20% of my anomaly power is, that should put that 3.3, so it's almost, it's P like 600,000. So we about to see. Get out of this and come back. Wow. I had it wrong. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I can admit when I'm wrong. But as you see the difference, the change in it. So I had to weigh it out. I'm like, with anomaly echo, I can have that over 400. I mean, about 400,000. I think that's what it is for the anomaly power bonus. When you activate a skill, that's what I would receive for my gear level right now. But I had to weigh it out, and I kind of figured that I'm only going to have it for 6 seconds. But with this way, I'll have it I constantly have, and the only thing I'm doing is going to stack on more anomaly on top of this anomaly with using Phoenix Force and Ass Champion. So it's a real good deal, and I highly suggest it to anybody. And then I'm going to do something with the trials real quick.
Altered, I understand you're looking to collect the pods that came raining down. I spotted one for you, but you're not going to like where it landed. Right up near the peak of the mountain. And God knows what else is up there. With luck, you can reach it before the insurgents do.
Nah, I'm going to put on some copyright Spotify. It's copyright free Spotify music, so y'all sit back, check it out, relax.
Don't get it twisted. Swift, oh God, I die for this shit. Get my life. Ain't got time, no time for bitch shit. Don't get it twisted.
Seems Dunham
I'm
has
with
an
my dog,
insurgent
give a bitch,
problem on her back
bitch,
porch.
you salt on the wrist like that. Boy, you a frog, can't log it. Don't get it twisted. That little shawty, she prep real tight. Someone was around with your best this way. How you with the club and you ran ain't pay. Don't get it twisted. Hopping on the song, let's say what you say. Birds gon' flock, give a bread this way. Knowing with me, murder the face, don't pay. Don't get it that little bitch, this bitch, bitch, just a stop. This ain't love. This really no one work. We both realistic. Bitch, fire. It's going up, but you can't find it. Bitch,
predominant power is just stacking that damage up as it keeps boosting up. Oh, nice little line here. Now keep in mind, use the ether cable. Your speed run time will be a lot faster. This crazy. Another one. mountain, baby. Just a little fun bill playing King of the Mountain. Yeah, but as you see, this is a really good deal. It does a whole lot of damage. Should make work of him real quick. I just gotta keep him from bouncing me around.
That's why the insurgents have been camped up there. But with what end goal?
Probably try to wait them out, so they'd starve and eat each other. With the pod secure now.
Good work, Altered. And thank you for clearing that infestation. You've made my life easier for about 7 minutes.
Outrider detected. Access granted.
Now this would have been a whole lot quicker, but as I said earlier, I'm playing on Wi-Fi and I'm using a Ether cable. Now these are the weapons again that I was using. You'll hardly see me use OUTRIDERS unless I'm running the trials and I'm in a tight situation. With this build, it really can handle it all. Take the damage as well as dish it out. And those skill cooldowns, a lot of anomalies stacks up. With overheat, it's a very big range. I'm damaging enemies even when I'm not even there. So, pants on fire, sunburn, like I said, turn up the heat. Put Phoenix Force on there, and you pretty much got your bill, especially when you have detonator on there. Pretty much got it for overheat. It's a very powerful skill. I feel like it's overlooked by a lot of pyromancers. So, you put it together the right way, you'd be surprised at how much damage it does, and besides you get your healing from it. The Ancient Champions, this helps out with not Phoenix Force, but with Master Consumer. If this was an ass field, I'll still use Master Consumer on it. So, me personally, I like overheat. I think it's something that is very important to every pyromancer field, and I think every pyromancer should run it if they can get the hit on those skill cooldowns. Let you run in the firearm field. You won't be concerned about it, but if you're not running firearm field, if you're just running an anomaly skill field, get the low skill cooldown with overheat. As you see, this is probably the lowest I've seen so far. I can't get it to go no lower. Even if I stack on more cooldowns on gear mod, it's not going to help. So, I figured the balance is 2 gear mods. If I go with 3, it doesn't change. It doesn't change my cooldowns at all. If I go with 1, it changes it. So, going with 2, just for advice if somebody's if somebody's not trying, but wants to put together a build similar to this, keep that in mind. This is pack 3 I'm running. Not pack 3. This is good I'm running. Just y'all check me out later.